Hey guys, Corey here with MissildineOnline, bringing you another look at the talent system and the new beta for the Mist of Pandaria World of Warcraft. First things first though, look at this pet. Look at that. Level 12 Pandaren Hunter has this pet. That's gotta be one of the coolest looking pets I think I've seen in the game. Honestly, I love that model. Look at that thing. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's got like horns on its head right there. Oh my god, that's awesome. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. Look at Major Samuelson trying to fight King Varian Rin. Losers. Anyways, alright. On to the talent system right now. This is not a pre-made. This is my own little Paladin. Here's something I wanted to show you guys though. If you go in your spellbooks and abilities, you can go to Ret and it will show you every single ability that you have. Is that a lot? Kind of, yeah. At 87 you get Binding Light. Blinding Light. I love that. Blinding Light. It's like, what's his name from, Trial of the Crusader, those dungeons, when he did like the whole, like, you had to turn and look away thing. Blinding Light. Love it. And of course, you can see all the abilities that you get now. I like that too. You can't use any of them. It's all in Retribution, but that's cool. So yeah, and yeah, what's this? Wisdom of the Four Winds allows you to ride flying mounts in Pandaria. I thought, never mind. You can only get that at level 90, so that should make leveling up kind of cool. Nothing too new about your professions menu yet, anyways. I'm sure they will change it because they've changed everything else. Core abilities, it shows you what you have as Retribution, Holy, Protection. Retribution, you get Judgment, Crusader Strike, Exorcism, Inquisition, Templar's Verdict, Hammer of Wrath. Everything stays the same as it normally does. Holy, Holy Shock, Flash of Light, Holy Light, Divine Light, World of Glory, Beacon Light. Easy, easy. Avenger Shield, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Consecration, Holy Wrath, Shield of the Righteous. Now we have Divine Storm, but it's actually changed. It consumes 3 charges of Holy Power to cause 120% weapon damage as holy damage to all enemies within 8 yards. Using Divine Storm will also heal you for 5% of your maximum health. I like that, but it's only good. You should be using Templar's Verdict. You should always be using Templar's Verdict when you have 3, unless you're surrounded by like 10 mobs. Seriously, that's the only way that it's going to account for that much damage. So yeah, nothing too different here. Unfortunately, unlike my rogue video, I will be unable to show you the glyphs because I only have what I have. Like I don't have Alabaster Shield or Battle Healer. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So first off, we'll go over I showed you the specializations. That's all you need to know. The talents. Here are the talents. The rogue video, the level 90 talents, I thought sucked. That's why I wanted to show you guys a Paladin. I wanted to show you guys a Paladin first. Second, whatever. Because the level 90 talents are freaking fantastic. Freaking fantastic. Okay, starting off, your level 15 tier, you get movement speed things going on. Speed of Light, 700 mana, 1 minute cooldown. Increases your movement speed by 70% for 8 seconds. Think of it as a Pally Sprint. Yes, Speed of Light, Pally Sprint. That's the way I look at it. Pretty cool. 1 minute cooldown though. When do you really need to be moving 70% faster for 8 seconds? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I can see this one instead, however. Long Arm of the Law. A successful judgment increases your movement speed by 45% for 3 seconds. I like that. A quick little either get to the enemy quicker or get away from the enemy quicker. I can see that being a cool thing. Pursuit of Justice. Passive. You gain 10% movement speed at all times, plus an additional 10% movement speed for each current charge of Holy Power up to 3. So you can be moving 40% faster. The best way I can see this is a protection pally. Pursuit of Justice has this. He gets 3 and he's running to the next mob. He's moving 40% faster than he normally would. He's going to get to that mob right away. And that's the best thing about tanking is you want to be at those mobs well before anybody else. Pursuit of Justice does just that. Next we have the level 30 tier, which does a bunch of different things. It's basically your crowd control type of thing. Sorry, I'll shut this. First off, you have the Fist of Justice. It's got 30-second cooldown, 20-yard range, stuns the targets for 6 seconds, replaces Hammer of Justice. Not really a big deal if you ask me. I don't really care for that. Especially as a Rat Pally, I don't see the point of needing to stun something. It doesn't interrupt. It's just a quick little stun. Burden of Guilt. Your judgment hits fill your target with doubt and remorse, reducing movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. Big time. Big time. I can see this being used in PvP. Big time. Big time, big time. Burden of Guilt. Yeah, I can see that being used in PvP. Movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. That's a pretty long time of a mage or a warlock laying into someone, you know, because they can't get to him fast enough. And, of course, Repentance, which we always have had. Well, not always, but it's just been selective. I believe only Ret Pallies had it. Only I had it. I don't think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure tanks don't get it or anything. Repentance, 1.4. It's now got a cast, however. That's weird. It never used to have a cast before, but it's got a 1.41 second cast, 30-yard range, 2,000 mana. Puts the enemy target in a state of meditation, incapacitating them for up to 1 minute. Any damage from sources other than censure will awaken the target, usable against demons, dragonkin, giants, humanoids, and undead. I like it. I do, because you can hit them using your Seal of Truth, so that censure goes up on them, and then you can stop attacking them and repent on them, and it'll still do the damage from censure, so they're just sitting there having health ticking off while censure's up. Kind of cool. Kind of neat. Whatever. I like Repentance personally. It's like a rogue sap. For me, it's the most reliable sense of crowd control for Paladins. But in your level 45 tier, you get things that will heal you or protect you or whatever. Let's start with Selfless Healer. Your successful judgments reduce the cast time and mana cost of your next Flash of Light by 35% per stack and improves its effectiveness by 35% per stack when used to heal others. Stacks up to 3 times. I can see that being a tank thing, because tanks can't take time to heal with like better heals. They can only use like Flash of Light or Word of Glory. And that's really all I think that a Protection Pally should be using, honestly. They should not be using any slow casting but big heal. They should be using Flash of Light if they have to. And that kind of helps that, I think. Eternal Flame consumes up to 3 holy powers to place a protective holy flame on a friendly target, which heals them for a bunch per charge of holy power every 2.81 seconds for 30.92 seconds. So that's cool. That's cool. They get about 15 heals from that. I can't see that being used by a Ret Paladin at all, unless it's like a PvP arena type of thing. I can see Holy big time using that, and I can see tanks using that. Holy more so, though. Sacred Shield protects a target with a shield of holy light for 30 seconds, which increases the critical chance of your Flash of Light on the target by 30%. The shield also absorbs when the target takes damage, but no more than once every 6 seconds. I love that. I love that. There is no cooldown. You can just use it. You can spam it. I like it. Can only be active on one target at a time. I still like it. I still really like that. It's like a power word shield, but, you know, Pally version, I guess. I like that a lot, and I don't see a reason why every Paladin spec wouldn't choose that. Yeah, the Eternal Flame is great, Selfless Healer is great, but that's just all around good. And you can protect anyone. I'm pretty sure you can protect yourself. I don't want to lose that. I'm pretty sure you can protect yourself. Let's just see. I don't have it on my thing because I'm an idiot. What's it called? Sacred Shield? Yeah, you can put it on yourself. That's great. Look at how pretty it looks, too. Looks so pretty. All right. At level 60, you get some hand stuff. That's not funny, Corey. Stop it. Hand of Purity places a hand on the friendly target, reducing the damage of harmful periodic effects by 70%. I love that. That is fantastic for PvP. Fantastic for arena PvP. Think about it. You got Unholy DK putting diseases all over your partner or yourself, or a Warlock, an Affliction Warlock that's just decimating your face with diseases. Boom, Hand of Purity. 70%. 70% damage reduction on all of the diseases they have up on you. A Rogue's Bleed effects. I love it. That's cool. For PvP. I don't see it being very useful for PvE, especially on a 1-minute cooldown. Unbreakable Spirit. When your Divine Shield, Divine Protection, or Lay on Hands are on cooldown, spending Holy Power will reduce the remaining cooldown by 1% per Holy Power spent, up to a maximum of 50% reduction. Yeah, you heard me. 50% reduction on Lay of Hands. What is that, 10-minute cooldown every 5 minutes? 10 minutes, by the way, is a huge time period where you can be using your Holy Power. You should be at least taking up 10% of that. So 9 minutes. That's awesome. I don't care what anybody says. I like that. I like that a lot. I do. Clemency. When activated, immediately finishes a cooldown on your Hand of Freedom, Hand of Protection, Hand of Sacrifice, and Hand of Salvation. I personally do not use many hands as a Ret Paladin. I really just don't. Whatever. But who knows, that could change. This is something that we'd have to actually see in action. If people use the hands a lot, this would be cool. If not, though, 5-minute cooldown is huge. Just like on the Rogue's preparation. 5 minutes, I think, is way too big for a just finishing cooldown on Hand of Freedom. Hand of Stuff. Hand of Freedom is a 25-second cooldown. Why would you waste a 5-minute cooldown for a 25-second cooldown? I don't understand that. I don't. If someone can explain that to me in the comments, please do so, because I do not get it. Level 75, we get some pretty cool stuff. Divine Purpose. Abilities that cost Holy Power have a 15% chance to cause the Divine Purpose effect. Divine Purpose, your next Holy Power ability will consume no Holy Power and cast as if it had 3 Holy Power. We have this right now, currently, in live. The problem I have with this is 15% is just too random. It's absolutely too random to depend upon. Divine Purpose is way too random, personally. Blizzard, change that. I think 15% is too random. 30%, even 25% is a little bit better, and people might want to take it, but 15%, I don't think it's worth it. I honestly do not think it's worth it. Don't take it. That's just me. I don't really like it, and you can only use it every time you use a power that uses Holy Power. Personally, I hate that. I think that's stupid. I mean, it's beautiful right now when you get to Templar's Verdict twice in a row. That's beautiful. I love that. Or Inquisition and then Templar's Verdict. But honestly, it's too random. Sanctified Wrath. You gain more frequent access to one of your abilities during Avenging Wrath. Boom, Avenging Wrath. Boom, Avenging Wrath. I missed the first time. You gain more frequent access. So Holy Paladins, Holy Shock has no cooldown. Protection, Judgment has no cooldown. Hammer of Wrath has no cooldown. Who cares? Who cares? Hammer of Wrath has no cooldown, but what if the target's not at below 20%? Stupid. I hate that. I don't know. Sanctified Wrath is boring. Anything... Oh, cool. No cooldown. Judgment doesn't have a cooldown? What do you mean? My 5-second cooldown? I can't use it? That's stupid. That's stupid. Physical vulnerability, by the way, Judgment causes, weakens the constitution of an enemy target, increasing their physical damage taken by 4% for 30 seconds. It's about time that we've gotten that. Just saying. Every other DPS class has like a, you don't do this or you don't do that. Not us. Now we do. Now us Paladins do. And of course, Holy Avenger. Abilities that generate Holy Power will generate 3 charges of Holy Power for the next 15 seconds, 2-minute cooldown. Zealotry, anyone? In live, we already have this ability. It's called Zealotry. I like it. That's where I'm going with. Even in live, even if they change Divine Purpose, I'm going with Holy Avenger. That is such a cool cooldown. I love it. Such a powerhouse when you use it. I love it. Done. That's where I'm going. And drum roll, please. For this next part, I'm going to show you guys what level 90 talents should look like. None of that rogue pull crap. They have shitty, excuse my language, shitty, absolutely shitty level 90 talents. Not us paladins. Oh no. We have some awesome, awesome shiznit. Let's start with Holy Prism. Holy Prism, 20-second cooldown, instant cast. Look at that mana. That is nothing. That is no mana. Sends a beam of light toward a target, turning them into a prism for holy energy. If an enemy is in the prism, they take 16,228 holy damage and radiate 12,163 healing to 5 nearby allies within 15 yards. If an ally is in the prism, they are healed for 16,228 and radiate 12,163 holy damage to 5 nearby enemies within 15 yards. Holy hell. Holy hell. That is awesome. Every 20 seconds to be using that. That is one awesome spell. And that's not all. That is not all that we have, guys. That is awesome. Holy Prism is where it's at. I think that's going to be the one I'm going to choose, but let's take a look at Light's Hammer. It's a 1 minute cooldown. I'm already a little turned off. 1 minute, okay. It's kind of big, whatever. Hurl a light-infused hammer into the ground while it will blast a 10-yard area with arcing light for 16 seconds. Deals 3,650 holy damage to enemies within the area and 3,650 healing to allies within the area every 2 seconds for 16 seconds. That's 8 bursts. I'm gonna have to see. I mean, I think in live when the beta goes live and we have Miss Pandaria and we have Light's Hammer. That's going to be something that people are going to have to test out and crunch the numbers and do that. Is that enough damage to constitute it having a 1 minute cooldown? Holy Prism has a 20-second cooldown and in my mind does more. Just saying. To me, it does more. Execution Sentence. 1 minute cooldown. A hammer slowly falls from the sky, causing increasing holy damage to the designated target for the next 10 seconds and culminating in a final burst of damage. Stay of Execution. If used on friendly targets, the falling hammer heals the target for the next 10 seconds and culminates in a final burst of healing. Awesome for every class. The level 90 talents are awesome for every spec of Paladin, and that's the way it should be. Damn rogues, look at that level 90 talent tree and tell me that's not amazing, because that's amazing. That's amazing. I like it. We'll have to see how much damage Execution Sentence does, but my understanding is awesome for single target DPS. Holy Prism, awesome for lots and lots of adds. Light's Hammer, good for like a mini situation, I think. No, reverse that, I'm stupid. Light's Hammer is good for lots and lots of adds. Holy Prism is good for the middle ground, where it's a little bit more than one target, but not enough to constitute, using Execution Sentence. I like that. I think that's awesome. Pretty cool stuff. Now let's take a quick little look at the glyphs. Let's start with the minor glyphs, because those are the fun ones, and those are the ones I want to look at. Seal of Blood. Your Seal of Truth now uses the Seal of Blood visual. I'll show you what I mean by that. Remember? Do you guys remember Seal of Blood? Because that's what it looks like. Love it. Now, here's something I want to point out to you guys before I start on the glyphs again. Our auras are gone. Instead, we now have seals. Just like stances for warriors, we now have seals. Seal of Insight, Seal of Justice, Seal of Truth, and Seal of Righteousness. We've had seals the whole time, by the way. We have. But now we have them a little bit easier to use, but we lost our auras. I'm not that worried about it, but some people might be. The Mounted King. Mounting one of your Paladin class mounts automatically cast Blessing of Kings on you. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. Especially since our Paladin mounts are so cool looking. I'm kind of hoping that by level 90 they kind of introduce a flying Paladin mount. As well as a flying Warlock mount. Doesn't make sense to me that we only have ground mounts. Whatever. Bladed Judgment. Your Judgment spell depicts an axe or sword instead of a hammer if you have an axe or sword equipped. That's kind of neat. It's neat. It's nothing special, but teaches you the ability Contemplation. Allows you a moment of peace as you kneel in quiet contemplation to ponder the nature of the light. I like that. It's just like a little like role-playing thing going on. Pretty cool for role-playing servers. Glyph of the Falling Avenger. Your slow fall during avenging wrath. Aha! Jump off a cliff, pop wings, you're flying. I like that a lot. Fire from the heavens. Your judgment and hammer of wrath criticals call down fire from the sky. That's an instant for me. That's an instant. That's gonna happen. Because how often does hammer of wrath crit? You want to see fire raining down on them hoes. That's awesome. I love that. Protection only. Holy wrath only affects one target. That's actually kind of neat. Only because you don't have to worry about breaking CC. Simple as that. I like that. Luminous Charger. Your Paladin class mounts glow with holy light. I will get this glyph and I will show you guys exactly what is meant by that one in an upcoming video. During Divine Shield, you can invoke your Hearthstone 50% faster. Oh, damn Paladins. Winged Vengeance. Your Avenging Wrath depicts 4 wings. Done. That's happening. That's happening. Alright, now let's look at our major glyphs. Aesthetic Crusader. Reduces the mana cost of your Crusader Strike and Judgment. I've never had a problem with mana. I don't know about you guys, but as a Holy Paladin, cool. As anything else, I wouldn't bother with this one. Avenging Wrath. While Avenging Wrath is active, you are healed for 2% of your maximum health every 4 seconds. I like that. And Avenging Wrath lasts for 20 seconds, and you're getting it every 4 seconds, so that's 10% of your health being healed over the course of Avenging Wrath. Not bad for prop paladins. Blinding Light. Your Blinding Light now knocks down targets for 3 seconds instead of blinding them. That's awesome. That is so cool, especially in PvP. Consecration. Only protection can get this. You can now target Consecration anywhere within 25 yards. That is cool. That's like a Death and Decay for the Death Knights, but now Paladins get that, which is kind of cool. I like that. I mean, why can they only bless the ground they're standing on? Why can't they bless the ground around them? Now they can. Holy gets Divine Plea. Now has a 5-second cast time, but you receive 12% of your total mana instantly, and your healing is not reduced. What? That's like an instant, like, yeah, I'm getting that as a Holy Paladin. Retribution only Divine Storm. Your Divine Storm also heals you for 5% of your maximum health. I have that equipped. That's why it heals me. That sucks. That would be cooler as a prot talent. I'd be kind of concerned about maybe making that a switch, not the Consecration, because that's awesome, but having maybe another 3 glyphs that are just Protection, Holy, and Retribution, and giving Divine Storm instead to Protection, and giving 2 other things to just Ret, personally. Yeah. Divinity increases the cooldown of your Lay on Hands by 2 minutes, but causes it to give you 10% of your maximum mana. That's good for Holy Paladins. I don't see that being useful for anybody else. Double Jeopardy. Judging a target increases the damage of your next judgment by 20%, but only if used on a different second target. That's cool. That's cool. And as a prot pally, I can see that being taken, but not as anything else, really. Exorcism, you take 10% less damage for 10 seconds after using Exorcism. Yeah. What? This is actually funny because a friend of mine was saying how a prot paladin was using Exorcism too much in a lower level dungeon. That was his like spell of choice to tank with. Now it makes sense, right? I like that. You can just constantly, every 10 seconds, cast Exorcism. I like that. I like that a lot. Flash of Light. When you flash of light a target, it increases your next heal done to that target within. That's cool with that other talent that I showed earlier. This is for protection and retribution. Hammer of the Righteous. The physical damage reduction caused by Hammer of the Righteous now lasts 50% longer. That's this is hard because there's so much there's so many good glyphs for Paladins. I feel like they actually really went into what needs to be done for for Paladins. Excuse me. What needs to be done for Paladins, and it looks like they're doing a pretty good job. Illumination. Your Holy Shock criticals grant 1% mana return, but Holy Insight returns 10% less mana. I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest with you. Immediate Truth. Increases the instant damage done by Seal of Truth by 20%, but decreases the damage done by Censure by 20%. The only time, guys, that would be useful is if it's quick. You don't need to worry about, it's a short fight. Only use that in a short-ass fight. A short single-target fight. If it's anything but not single-target, you should be using Seal of Righteousness anyways. Word of Glory. Increases your damage by 3% per holy power spent after you cast holy power. Word of Glory. I like that a lot as a Ret Paladin. And it's almost like a cast Word of Glory on someone, help your freaking healer out. I like that. Alabaster Shield. Your successful blocks increase the damage of your next Shield of the Righteous by 20%. Stacks up to 3 times. Imagine that. Your Shield of the Righteous getting a 60% boost in damage. That's gonna hurt. Battle Healer. Using melee attacks while using Seal of Insight heals a nearby injured friendly target, excluding the Paladin, within 30 yards for 10% of damage dealt. That is amazing for raids. Freaking every raid will have a Paladin no matter what. Just because of this glyph. Seriously, that's going to help healers so much. Beacon of Light, Holy Only. Removes the global cooldown on Beacon of Light. I like that a lot. I didn't realize that they had so many only classes, so I take back what I said about the having 6 or whatever. They have a bunch. That was stupid of me for not realizing that. Blessed Life is active. You have a 50% chance to gain a charge of holy power whenever you take... Okay, that's kind of cool for PvP. Dazing Shield, your Avenger Shield now also dazes targets for 10 seconds, Captain America style. Denounce, your Holy Shocks have a 50% chance to reduce the cast time of your next Denounce by 1.0 seconds. Divine Protection increases the magical damage reduction, reduces the magical damage reduction of your Divine Protection to 20%, but adds 20% physical damage reduction, which is kind of cool because as a tank, we take a lot of physical damage. We do. So that's cool. Final Wrath. Your Holy Wrath does an additional 50% damage to targets with less than 20% health. I like that. Your Avenger Shield hits 2 fewer targets, but for 30% more damage. It's good when you don't need AoE. You can quick glyph. That's the thing, guys. That's the thing. The talents and the glyphs, and the reason they have Dust of Disappearance and the Tome of Clear Mind is because these things should be changing all the time. No longer do you just spec and you stay that way the entire way until a new patch comes. This is like, boom, hey, we need Holy Wrath for this fight. Okay, let's get it up. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, we don't need Repentance for this fight. Okay, fine, I'll use Remorseless whatever that slows people down. Cool. That's what this is all about, guys. I like that. Your Holy Wrath now also stuns elementals and Dragonkin. We have that in live. Decreases the healing of Holy Shock by 50%, but increases its damage by 50%. Whatever. Reduces the damage bonus of Inquisition by 15%, but increases its duration by 100%. I like that for longer fights. Light of Dawn. Light of Dawn affects 2 fewer targets, but heals each target for 25% more. Mass Exorcism. Reduces the range of Exorcism to melee range, but causes damage to all targets within 8 yards of the primary target. That's beautiful. Protector of the Innocent. When you use Word of Glory to heal another target, it also heals you for 20% of the amount. Increases the cooldown by 5% and lockout by 2%, by 2 seconds of review. I like that. Turn evil reduces the cast time of your turn evil spell by 100%, but I never use that. It's a fear, but only for undead. Stupid. I never use it. I don't know if anyone does. Let me know in the comments below if you use it. I don't. Well, there you go, guys. That's all I got for the Paladins in the Mist of Pandaria expansion. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but the models, dry models, have actually been changed slightly. I don't know if they're at their final stage yet, but you can definitely tell upon the login screen that Draenei's have changed a little bit. So yeah. So that is all I have for you on the Paladins. A quick little talent overview that might not have been so quick because I like to talk. Another thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is this little cool thing, BattleNet achievements. Yeah, kind of cool. They're only in beta right now, which is going to be cool when they go live. Look at that. All of this is all for everybody. No longer do you have to explore every zone on every character. You can just explore. Explore Pandaria, Jade Forest, Countless Wilds, Town-Long Steppes, Eternal Blossoms, Valley of the Four Winds, Kunlai Summit, Dread Waste. Pretty cool stuff. Again, thank you guys for joining me right here at MissildineOnline. My name is Corey. I'm really glad that you guys came to join me. If you enjoy the videos that I've been producing on my channel, there will be more Mist of Pandaria videos, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can stay in the know-how. I will be doing a bunch of different things, along with some really quick shorts and stuff like that, of new things that I've noticed in the beta. Bunch of bunch of new things going on this channel, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Every little bit helps. And again, leave a comment in the section below telling me what you guys think of the new talent system. Thank you very much. Have a good one, and remember, never give up, never surrender.